What's happening, guys? I'm Dan. Welcome back to the channel. Got a fun one today. I don't think I've seen this beer for many years. Coming from New Holland, this is the Mad Hatter Midwest IPA, clocking in at 7% ABV. When's the last time I had this beer? I honestly couldn't tell you guys. It's potentially been a decade. I feel like this is one of the OG IPAs in Michigan. I used to see this all the time in bottle form, and it seems like I hadn't seen it for the last couple of years. I do not know the details of this beer. I just thought I would sit down and review it with you guys because I'm shocked to see it. I mean, I have not seen this beer for so long, and do I really remember this coming from New Holland? No, I really don't. It's been so long since I've tasted this beer, guys. I've had it probably one time, and it was going on 10 years ago, if I'm being completely truthful with you guys. It's their Midwest IPA. So, should we investigate and see what's going on here in this OG formed IPA? Yeah, let's check it out. Just recently put back into distribution, by the way, and this is why I'm upset. Canned on 10/19/23. Really? It's February, so why is this just recently available, as in the last 2-3 weeks? No idea, because New Holland is mass distribution now. It's just a fact. So is this as good as I remember? Is this going to be way different? Potentially, because our palates have changed so rapidly through the last decade of time. So where does Mad Hatter stand? Let's check it out. I don't know. It's going to be like $11 for this 6-pack. You know, it's good value. Going to be right around that Two-Hearted price. Let's see. Let's see what the differences are from what I remember. And I really don't remember much. I straight up don't, guys. It's just, this got lost in translation. There's so many other beers. Here we are. So, do I need to go into detail? That looks like a Midwest IPA, or a West Coast IPA, rather. It looks like in between. It looks just like what I'd expect in a Midwest IPA. Yeah, 7%, I could see it. Not very clear, but there's very good carbonation. There's a little bit of head retention sitting on top. Looks good. You guys can see it looks a little bit more amber in the ring light than I'm seeing. It looks a little bit more yellow and orangey, but that looks like a little bit more caramel and copper. So let's go to an aroma officially. Yeah, I mean, coming back to it, it smells a little lackluster. Am I mistaken if I think there's Cascade hops in this that are Michigan based? There may be Citra in here. It smells a little bit citrusy. It smells grapefruity and tangerine like. Smells floral. Smells very bready, like super bready. Caramel toffee touch. Yeah. It has a lot of the malty complexes intertwined into the citrusy fruit in this beer. It's not super fresh either, so could this be bouncing off my nostrils a little bit harsher than normal? Potentially. A little bit of biscuity bread. I mean, it smells, very malty, very floral, very citrus, but more on the maltier, doughy ends of the complexes. So, let's dive in. Let's not waste any more time, guys. Cheers, Mad Hatter. Been a long time. Never reviewed it, by the way. Yeah. Super florally. I mean, there has to be Centennial, right? Am I mistaken? Is there like Citra Centennial? Michigan Cascade with the maltiness. It's very floral forward. It's still malty for sure, but it's actually very light and crisp for being in this ABV range. Like, I feel like Two-Hearted's a little bit more harsh and florally and malty. This one's a little bit less, in my opinion. Now, For the date that's on the bottom of this can, I think this is very good. I feel like this could be more oxidized. It could be way more malty, dirty, cardboardy water, and it's not. It's held up pretty well in my opinion. I feel like the citrus level is very high in the grapefruit category. Again, a little bit of doughy tangerine, that malty slate caramel toffee. Not toffee because that ends up being amber, but the caramel malty complex that comes with West Coast IPAs, it's in there. It just seems very sharp yet very easy to drink in my opinion. So this is a good beer. This is a very good beer for what you're getting. I mean, this is like what, 10, 11, 12 bucks in that two-hearted category. Very good. It's still got the floral in my opinion. Still got the citrus. It's malty, but it's clean. Very clean and very well carbonated. And there's a very nice Michigan touch on this. Like, I have to look it up, guys. I don't typically like to do that. But it has to be. I think this is the Cascade. So, Mad Hatter's Whimsy is celebrated with floral aromatics, assertive dry hopping, bright hoppy body. It's certainly got that. So yeah, Centennial is the first hop listed. I thought so, right? It tastes like a two-hearted for a moment. And then yes, they have the Citra and the Michigan Cascade. So I didn't miss anything. I feel like that was told to me recently. That was correct. It's not wrong. And yes, I don't like to look ahead of time. I'm doing it now, which I don't always do either. But it had my interest peaked here. So citrus is pleasant bitterness, excite your palate before welcoming, balancing finish. Yeah, it's super well balanced. It's really good. Up in the two-hearted category, absolutely. And that Michigan Cascade adds a nice malty, doughy body to it, yet remains very clean. So, do I need to talk any more about this? No. Is Mad Hatter good? Yes. Even by today's standards, it's very good. I want more of this. I want it fresh. I want it on tap. I want to reinvestigate this later, but it's a very good Midwest IPA. Even by today's standards, I don't know if it's different than it used to be. I don't know. I feel like this was a very flavor bomb beer back in the day. Today, it's still really good and really flavorful. So, hopefully they didn't change the ingredients, guys, but I don't know. You'll have to tell me, when's the first time you had Mad Hatter? How long's it been? So this is the first one I've had in probably 10 years. So really tasty. I'm going to go with a 4.1 out of 5. Really digging it. So that's where I stand today. I'm Dan. Thank you so much for being here, guys. Cheers. Another Michigan beer.